We've had almost 19 minutes. It's Paez here, whipped in, and the goalkeeper gets enough on it. Gonzalez. Well, Paez, I think, went for goal here for Ecuador, whipped in with real pace. And Julio Gonzalez here at the near post was not for being beaten. Another corner, though, for Ecuador. It's Caicedo. Paez. Inver Preciado for Ecuador, the header. From Torres is too high. Torres 5 in 35 so far, which is a good return at this level for a defender. Plays with Corin Chance in Sao Paulo in Brazil. Did have 4 years in Mexico as well, with Santos Laguna in Torreon. This is Johan Vasquez for Gerardo Arteaga. Arteaga, by the way, and the man he's facing, Preciado, both club mates at Genk in Belgium. And the cross for Huerta, that was a chance for Cesar Huerta and Mexico here. The cross was delicious, but Huerta could not control the header. Whipped in there by Quiñones, and that is, for the Mexicans, an opening. Good one for Cesar Huerta. A fairly open game so far, 20 minutes in. William Pacho for Hincapié. It's Moises Caicedo here for Ecuador. Takes on Chavez, who wins the ball here off Caicedo. Now Paez sees a gap, couldn't get through the gap. He has got a flowers away here. Valencia still. Oh, the cross is long and overhit. Well, 34, but he saw there Valencia go through the gearbox like a teenager. Rapid acceleration, but the cross not as he intended. In by Arteaga here for Mexico. Vasquez for goalkeeper Gonzalez. As I say, given the endorsement by the man they call the immortal in Mexico, Jorge Campos. Long ball here for Jimenez. And Huerta. The cross for Quiñones, away there by Preciado for Ecuador. Johan Vasquez. Ecuador come away. Kendry Paez. We'll now be on the halfway point in this first half, and an even game. An equation, a simple one, a game the Mexicans must win, a game Ecuador can't afford to lose. A draw enough for Ecuador, a win only enough for Mexico. Chase on here for Enner Valencia. Sarmiento's volley would have been really special, that. Over the bar, though, with that wild hit from Jeremy Sarmiento. Waiting then for the game's first goal. And the same is true in the other game tonight. It is goalless between Jamaica and Venezuela. So as that stands, a point enough to see Venezuela win the group, and they would face Canada in the quarterfinals. Chavez, the foul here on Quiñones. Just caught there by Preciado. Lively game so far. Both have had their moments. The two coaches who are on the brink, if you believe the various papers in their respective nations. Here's Rodriguez for Ecuador, dispossessed. It's Romo for Mexico, the passing Jimenez. Not many get past William Pacho. Pacho becoming a terrific defender. Torres. Caicedo for Hincapié. Hincapié giving support from Sarmiento here. Caicedo. Pacho for Torres. Given away straight to Romo initially there for Mexico. Well, even in the wake of beating Jamaica in their last game, Ecuador, there were chants from the fans and on social media calling for Fuera Sanchez, fuera, to fire the coach. Sarmiento robbed there by Pineda, and now it's Romo towards Luis Chavez. The head Quiñones is available, goes back instead here to Gerardo Arteaga. Chavez. Another lively Quiñones. Chavez. Romo. Montes. He fizzed into Huerta. The third in the 11th. Arteaga for Mexico. Yet to really fashion a clear chance. It's Chavez. Back now to Johan Vasquez. Vasquez for Quiñones here. Quiñones down. Helped on there by Pineda. But offside the call. Only 2 group exits in Mexico's 10 prior Copa America. Ecuador, a nation who've finished in 4th place twice, both though on home soil. Never beyond the quarter-finals outside of Ecuador's borders. So a win here would equal their best ever performance outside of Ecuador, their place in the quarter-finals. This is Piero Hincapié. Franco. Hincapié towards Kevin Rodriguez. Bouncing ball, which Montes has taken down. Almost has his pocket picked there by Rodriguez. Much made in the Mexican press as well of the lack of fans at their hotel here in Glendale. Around a dozen to meet them when they checked in. Normally in the hundreds or thousands when Mexico play in the US. Suggestions that the fans have rather fallen out of love with the Mexican team given their displays on match days 1 and 2. Here's Luis Romo. Romo going on to get the shot away, but it is tame and pulled across the face of the goal and well wide from Luis Romo. Player in for the injured Edson Alvarez of West Ham United. Alvarez, who injured a hamstring quite badly, it appears, in that first game with Jamaica a week and a half ago. Half an hour gone. Half an hour which will not convince the critics of either coach, you'd imagine, so far. Reports that in Mexico, the Brazilian André Jardine is being lined up to replace Lozano, though he was told just last week that his job is safe until the World Cup. Cesar Montes long towards Quiñones, headed by Preciado. Julian Quiñones for Arteaga. And against his former Jimenez, strong, and across covering comes Torres for Ecuador. Sarmiento. Hincapié. There's Caicedo. Free kick's gone Mexico's way here for Luis Romo. Yeah, that's great defensive work from Torres. Strikers need service, and thus far Jimenez has had not a great deal in any of their 3 games for Mexico in this Copa America. Ecuador really blessed by a generation of terrific defenders. Pacho, Torres, Hincapié. Vasquez. In by Vasquez towards Huerta, and covering there was William Pacho. All cleared out here. It's picked up by Arteaga for Mexico now to involve Chavez. Luis Chavez. Romo. Now Cesar Montes. It's Montes. Orbelín Pineda. Does well here, Pineda. Pineda still. It's Jimenez on the turn, blocked. And Ecuador can come away. Long ball into Enner Valencia here. Has Rodriguez alongside him. Rodriguez gets away. Was he caught there by Johan Vasquez? Well, Vasquez, the defender, he says he didn't catch him, but he would, wouldn't he? Don't think this was ever going to be considered a chance for a goal, but nonetheless, he was away. Was, I think, going well wide of goal, the ball, when he played it through. So this, I don't think, will be a red card offence, but nonetheless, there could be a card coming here for Johan Vasquez. Into the first half's final 10 minutes in Glendale. Mexico 0, Ecuador 0. As it stands, Ecuador going through in second place, and Mexico will not progress. Paez and Caicedo stand over this for Ecuador. Paez for Caicedo. Preciado's cross. It's a good cross towards William Pacho. But now the break, led by Jorge Sanchez of Mexico. Can he get away? The answer is no. Pineda lost possession, then Sarmiento went down as well. One or two tackles beginning to snap in this first half now. Before the game, Ecuador's coach Sanchez said he would not play for the draw here. They'd play to win the game. To play for a draw, he said, was a dangerous way to go about things, but a draw would do Ecuador. At least the Mexicans, you feel, who have to force the issue here to win the game. Here, that challenge, Paez on Pineda. The quarterfinals, by the way, coming up on the 4th and 5th of July, so the group winners on the 5th in Arlington, Texas, will take on the winners, the second place team in Group A, so Canada, and the runners-up in this Group B2 would take on Argentina a day early, the 4th of July, in Houston. So still waiting for the first goal tonight. This is Luis Chavez for Mexico. Chavez for Romo. Chavez. Pineda. Pineda back here now to Cesar Montes for Mexico. Into Romo's feet. It's Pineda. It's Sanchez. Ecuador close ranks and get bodies behind the ball here. Arteaga. Quiñones. Still 0-0. Still a game very scarce on chances in Glendale. So no goals in either of the Group B games. Incapié can push on. Unable to turn that into a goal as yet. More a notable chance, really. Incapié to half-time, 5 minutes. It's Kevin Rodriguez for Ecuador. Or Rodriguez, cleverly done. Rodriguez goes down. Away by Montes for Mexico. No real appeals there for a penalty. Only collision, I think, no more than that between Montes and Rodriguez. Franco. Torres. Paez. Kendry Paez. Montes now for Sanchez. The cross for Jimenez before the half-time whistle. Preciado, and there is the whistle to end the first half in Glendale.